Wake up.
In the 3 years I had worked at the fish market, I can't say I actually met any of our customers. Our mission statement is to make each customer's day, and every employee goes through a training program to instill in us exactly what that means and how it translates into dollars. When I first took the job, the concept was refreshing. I barely finished high school, and my future seemed pretty well determined. I will struggle by, making a meager living, and end up pretty much like my dad, living a life shorter and harder than half of the population on the other side of the invisible median income line. Yeah.
Scars between your veins. Where were you when this was being real?
If I'm lucky, I will eventually find a wife who will probably leave me later in life for someone more interesting and more able to give her stuff that wives like. My mom is living with her new husband somewhere in Seattle in what she describes as a better neighborhood. She says she doesn't have to worry about money anymore. I try not to judge her. I know what it's like to have money dictate your choices and chances.
How many thoughts inside your mind? How many fears around your life? Where were you when this was being real?
I'd been a laborer for a bricklayer, and when he ran out of work, I mowed lawns for a landscaping company. The hours were long, and nearly daily rains we get here meant I was almost always soaking wet or drying out. So I took a job on a fishing boat, thinking that being out on the water was a move in the right direction. I didn't realize that when we pulled the nets up, the water would flood the deck of the boat. Between that and sorting out the fish and mending the nets, there'd be little or no drying out time.
My course is set, it's pointing towards a whole new world. Goodbye and set me free to roam.
When I met Bill and he offered me a job in the fish market, I welcomed the change. The mission statement added a certain higher quality or purpose to the word. That was 3 years ago. Lately, the long hours of cutting and packing ice-cold fish and the pressure of making everyone else's day is getting pretty tedious. I force my face to smile, but inside I'm fighting the urge to belt the next guy in line with the nearest flounder. 30 more years of providing an entertaining fish shopping experience loom before me like a life sentence with no hope for parole. Bill says the fact that I've actually been in the field, so to speak, gives me a level of credibility. When I came on, he introduced me as if he had scouted me straight off the fishing ships. Well, he had in a way. But my time at sea had been short-lived at best. I hated it.
I'm 37.
What is your pleasure? I had a bit of an accent, hoping that a Nordic touch might spruce up my expert fisherman persona that Bill developed for me.
I'd like some lake perch.
Good choice. In all honesty, lake perch is the only fish I truly enjoy. I find myself relating that to number 37 while I select the fillets I would choose for myself.
How do you like them cooked?
He seems genuinely interested. Actually, I've got a great breading mix I make. I use breadcrumbs, dill, and some sesame seeds, along with a little salt, pepper, and garlic. Then I pan fry it slow in butter. It doesn't get any better than that. I noticed Bill staring at me with a pleased look on his face. Anyway, pan fried in butter. How about you? I hand him his Visa card and slipped a sign.
Me too, but your breading sounds better than plain flour. Hey, if you ever wanted to share a meal with me, I'd buy the perch if you provide the breading mix.
It's a deal. That brief 5 minutes is the most alive I've felt in a long time, the most real. I know it seems ridiculous in today's world. You have to be so careful, but there was something about number 37 that makes numbers 43, 55, 61, and 66 go faster. Bill catches me somewhere in between number 66 and 74 and tells me the personal approach I've taken is a great idea.
When you show an interest, you're helping to make their day. Good job.
Yeah, but that's the problem with formulas, Billy boy. I address him in my thoughts as he walked away. The basis for a formula starts out with a genuine experience, and then someone tries to fabricate and package it. And it can't be done. The closest we ever get to the joy of an honest interaction after the fact is the memory of it. Any attempt to repeat it or recreate it in another time ends up hollow, disappointing, like cheap chocolate. I wrap up number 89 shrimp, give her 97 cents in change for her 20, and lock the door after her.
You in a hurry?
Just hungry.
Well, good job today. We did over $5,000. See you Monday.
Monday.